Good evening, guys. How's it going? It is Diamond Hands Dave coming back at you with another live stream. I'm gonna do the stream without music because clearly I don't know how to stream with music. The music always overtakes what I say, which is a shame because I had a stream a couple of nights ago. It was Thursday night, and we caught a good trade, man. We caught a field breakdown trade, took it level to level, and you couldn't hear a word of it because there's music playing in the background. So I'm gonna just do it without music and see kind of how things go now. Um, so the trade that I'm in right now is a failed breakdown. So market is continuing to the upside, as we all know. Very strong, really strong bullish strength in the market. So you do not want to be short, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But basically, we started the evening session by taking a failed breakdown. Also, I just want to point out I'm on a essentially $200 Tradeovate account. So this is Tradeovate for all you guys curious, and it's a live Tradeovate account. It's not through a prop firm. This is my own personal live account through Tradeovate. And started this account with about $140. Now we're at 213. So we want to just slowly increase. We want to slowly build this account up, and so the way I've been doing that is through one contract, through one MES, one micro, and taking failed breakdown setups, taking them level to level, and just repeating the process, rinsing and repeating. Sorry, I'm dealing with another issue as well. But so yeah, we took the 6744 failed breakdown. It wasn't really a failed breakdown. It essentially, well, actually, so this level, it was actually 46 at the end of the day session today. It was 46. So it's actually the failed breakdown of 46, which I took. But then when evening session opened, it was the test of 44 because the level moved. And if you're wondering where I get my levels, honestly, I get them from Adam Mancini. He's really good with levels. If I wanted to, I could come up with my own levels as well. So not that I'm like lazy or don't want to do it, but it is kind of a time saver. And Adam obviously knows what he's doing. He's been trading for years, way longer than I have, more experience than I have. So I am willing to learn from the best, and then hopefully one day I will be able to do what he does. Hopefully. But basically, yeah, so 44 is the new level starting evening session. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick, so if I sound a little congested or weird, that's why. And if I'm talking to no one, that's also fine. But yeah, basically took the test of 44, and I got in one contract, and then actually I guess when we reclaimed 49, I got into a second contract. So my first trade was I got in at around the test of 44, so I really got in at around 46. I got in again a second contract at the reclaim of 49, which brought my cost basis up to around here, actually 49.50. Took one level off, took one contract off at 53, which you guys don't see that now, which left me with one contract. And then actually, as it came back down, I actually rinsed and repeated. So market came back down, I added another one contract, bringing my position back up to two contracts. Got out again at 53, and now I'm writing another one contract. So I'm gonna just let this one contract ride as a runner in case the market continues to go upside. If the market does pull back again, so let's say it pulls back down to 44, I'm willing to add on to this position if we do get another failed breakdown of 44, meaning like it flushes and it reclaims. So if I get a flush and reclaim of 44, I will most likely add another contract, bringing the position back up to two contract size, and doing the same thing, just rinsing and repeating, taking it level to level. So that's basically it. That's my trading. So I'm just sitting in this runner, as you can see. I do have another position on. I have another account. This is my Ethereum Nano Futures account. Had a lot of interesting things happen with this account tonight. I was trading it, and somehow I was initially trading it with like 7, then scaled up to 10. But at a certain point, a couple hours ago, this account went haywire. I don't know exactly what happened, but I got in for 20 contracts, which I'm not margin for, so I couldn't even enter 20 even if I wanted to. It wouldn't let me. But somehow I got, the trade was executed for 20, and I couldn't get out of it. So I contacted Coinbase support in a frantic panic because I'm like, what's going on here? Like, someone's like either hacked my account or trading for me. I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking out. I'm actually gonna get out of this because this is looking pretty strong. Yeah, I took a bit of a hit on this account. Honestly, my high water mark on this account. So this is my live Coinbase account. As you guys can see, I trade Ethereum futures on this one, the Nano perp style futures. My high watermark on this account was like 820. So after all that BS that happened, I got smacked back down to like 700s. They actually wanted to charge me fees for that trade. So like at one point they had dropped my account to 624, and I was like, no, that's not happening. That's not cool. This is not me. Like, something happened. I don't know what's going on. But you guys need to refund me because that's not cool. Which they did. They refunded me, so they brought my account from 624 back up to 7. I told them to bring it up to 750 because that's roughly around where I was. But they brought it up to 720, which is totally fine. I'm not gonna make a fuss about $10 or $30. But then I ended up taking another couple trades, which got squeezed out of. I was taking shorts, and now I'm at 714, which is again still not bad. So Ethereum has been really just tanking to the downside. Really bearish. We lost a couple major structures. So we have this major blue channel, which we lost on Friday. Back tested it and then just consolidated and then just continued the trend down. After that, as you can see, this orange channel right here, very obvious shelf of lows. We flushed that, and that failed, allowing us to basically have momentum to the downside. And then again, we just ripped through this red channel, and then the bottom rail of the orange channel, as you can see, we tested that, came back up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so then we hit the bottom rail of the orange channel. I'll give you guys a little bit broader context. So there's a lot of channels here, but just bear with me. So we got this major macro downtrend red channel. And actually this is support, which is where we just hit. And we actually reclaimed. So we tested that bottom rail of the major macro downtrend red channel. And then we have this black channel that intersects it that we reclaimed. So honestly, this is looking good for a solid long setup, to be honest with you guys. So we're gonna go ahead. Actually, can I get in with 10? I'm just gonna get with 10. I'm just gonna get it all at once. I mean, this is what I call an A+++ setup, and the reason it's an A+++ is because again, macro downtrending red channel. We've bounced off red channel support multiple times. came back up, tested its resistance, and then came back down. Channels like to fill out, so the fact that we came back down, tested the support of this channel, and actually was able to reclaim the support of this black channel tells me that there is definitely buyers here willing to take this thing back up. So I just went in full size, and I'm going to take my profits level to level per usual. So my first level up will be, let me go back down to the 45-minute chart. So my first profit take level is going to be at 43.10. I'm going to go ahead and sell 7 contracts there. First TP, so basically getting out 70% of the position at that level. Technically, if I wanted to be really aggressive with it, I could take 70% off at 42.42. But I think this thing has, I think at minimum, we have legs to at least back test the orange channel that we broke down on Sunday, yesterday. So we broke this orange channel down yesterday. So at minimum, we'll at least go see the back test of that orange channel. And with that, that's a nice profit. I could take my profits at that back test. So feeling good about that. Oh man, guys, I'm so congested. So yeah, so that was my Coinbase drama. I do have some prop drama that I'd like to tell you about. Again, a lot of people are going to think I'm biased against prop firms and biased against the prop industry, which honestly kind of am. I'll explain why. I definitely do think that they have utility used in the proper context, but as far as I'm concerned, I will not be going back to a prop firm, if at all. And that's just because they kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. So, and I'll tell you why. I'm not just gonna spill that tea and not tell you why. So yeah, as you can see, major macro downtrend red channel still in it. That's the major structure currently. We have these other uprising channels. Mostly I'm looking at this orange channel right here. I'm looking at this orange channel because this channel contains a lot of major supports and resistances. So that's why I'm really looking out for the back test of this channel. Because if we can reclaim that as well, then we're definitely probably going to squeeze a little bit further to the upside. Okay, so that's that. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. No, I think we're good as far as that's concerned. Okay. So let's go back to it. Okay. I didn't want to name drop any prop firm, but honestly, this really irritated me, so I think I will name drop. So, Take Profit Trader. Take Profit Trader is a really popular prop firm right now, and as they should be popular because they have good rules from what I can see, and daily payouts is an amazing thing. No other prop firm, to my knowledge, has daily payouts. The thing that really, what just happened? I'm not trying to do that. Dude, come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, you know what? Hold on, you guys. I'm just gonna blind you guys for a second until I can log back in. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, great. I am frozen. Honestly, this past week has been really weird. So, yeah, kind of with the prop drama. So, I had a funded account with them. I was doing well, and basically, I got knocked out because of the intraday trailing drawdown. Basically, I was up like 2 grand, and I didn't take it, which honestly, that's my fault. Like, I should be taking my profits at that point. But I wasn't even in a loss. I just had made a lot, and it came back down, and I got auto liquidated because of the trailing drawdown, even though I was still in profit. I think I was up like 51 and some change, like 51 500, and my trailing max, from what I could remember, was like it was like 49, or I guess actually it was around 50 because I'd already gotten up close to whatever profit I got. And so my trailing max was like, it was like 49.8 or something like that. So basically I came back down, but I think I had made even more than that at another point. And so my trailing max just kept moving up. And I think it moved up as high as, I think maybe 50k. I don't know. Regardless, I got auto liquidated because of that. I was really irritated because I was really doing well, and it was just kind of like BS. Like, why auto liquidate me? I was doing good. I wasn't even at a loss, and I still got auto liquidated. So that was really frustrating. That wasn't even the most frustrating part. The most frustrating part was I had another eval with them that I had gotten through like their point system, and apparently that account had expired, and I was literally like trading, like I was almost about to get it passed, and the account expires. So I was like really pissed off at that point. I'm like, wait, are you kidding me? I was like, whatever. So I still had enough points to get another account, like a 25k. So I used the rest of my points. This is like literally, I have no more points after this. These are my last set of points. I use those points to get a 25k eval. The second I use those points, they undo everything. Like they didn't even give me the account. Like it's as if like they closed out everything. Like they took my points, they didn't give me the account, nothing. So to me, that's like, I don't know, that just left me with a really bad taste in my mouth. Like how could a prop firm this big and this popular be doing this stuff to its traders? You gave me the points, you gave me the option to get these accounts. Why are you like literally banning me from getting these accounts? It doesn't make any sense. Not really banning, but like they just expired one of my evals. They basically gypped me from a 25k after having used the points that they gave me from spending money with them. Oh, and the other thing too is I have another funded account with them. It's a Rithmic account. It's a 25k Rithmic account that I had been resetting. I think I'm on my like second or third reset. It's like whatever, we make mistakes, we're traders. But I paid for the reset, and they never reset the account at all. And I reached out to customer support, and I'm like, guys, reset my account for me. Like I already paid the fee to reset, and nothing. I got no response. I basically got ghosted by them. I don't understand why. And again, it just left a really bad taste in my mouth. So, that's why essentially I'm done with prop firms. And I can name examples for, you could say, but Diamond Hands, that's just one prop firm. You can't really, that's not fair to do that with all prop firms. And while yes, that's not necessarily right to like place the blame on all prop firms, but all of them have like different variations of the same thing. Literally. Different variations of, like, look at Apex. Apex essentially did the same crap, except they were really conniving about it. They're really conniving about it, and they're just trying to like cover up why they're like failing people refusing payouts and all this stuff. Take Profit Trader, I hate to say it, is no different. They're also a business. They're trying to make money. It sucks that it came to that, but that's why I'm really touting on like just getting a live account. Just get your live account, trade your live account, trade responsibly, just do what you need to do, and just get a live account, build that account, and be your own boss. Don't rely on anybody else. Don't rely on payouts that they could deny on you. Don't rely on accounts that they can close out on you and all that stuff. And that's the other thing. It's like with a live account, it's my funds, it's my money. I don't have a cap on how much I can make. Like, there's no consistency target with my live account. And that's the other thing. Like, the rules that they put in place strategically so that you can blow your accounts. Like, the way prop firms want you to trade, they want you to trade degenerately, so you don't get to a stage of a payout, so you don't get to a stage of being able to request money from them. The last thing they want to do is pay you out. What they do want you to do is buy more accounts and blow those accounts before you can even ever get to a stage of getting a payout, so that way their revenue is more than what they have to pay out to the trader. Okay, as long as their margins are that wide, then it's they're really happy about that. So again, it's a business, I understand, but at the same time, there's a proper and decent way to run a business that doesn't screw over your traders blatantly. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep what's the term, like, I'm not gonna keep beating a dead horse. Guys, I don't know what's going on. My Chrome just completely crapped out on me, so I'm gonna have to quit everything. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Everything's literally frozen. Sorry guys, this really sucks. I feel like I can't even get like a decent stream anymore. Like, every time I stream, something happens. Last time the music was I had a great trade, but the music was too loud, you couldn't hear me. This time I also had a good trade, but things are just freezing right in the middle. I don't understand why. This is really frustrating. I'm just gonna try to quit as many things as I can, because I think I just got too many things open. I'm just gonna force quit a bunch of stuff. But yeah, that's my take on prop firms. Now, that shouldn't discourage any of you from trading with a prop firm, especially if you don't have enough for a live account. Now, honestly, how much is enough for a live account? You guys are seeing I'm trading with like $200. Actually, it was less than that. I had in like $140, and I grew it to $200. As long as you have a little bit more than the intraday margin, like for these discount brokers, the average intraday margin to trade an ES Micro is $50. So if you have $100, you can literally trade with $100. Trade one micro. I wouldn't recommend two because you will get auto liquidated, but trade one micro and just take it level to level and just grow that account. Just grow that sucker. Why trade with a prop firm when you can trade your own money? And the prop firms will say, why waste your money when you can invest $50 or $100 for an account and request payouts? I'll tell you why. Because that $100 is going to lead you to paying an activation fee, which is going to lead you into following rules that are actually damaging for your trading, that will basically be a 0.1% chance of you getting a payout in the first place. So yeah, I would rather use my own funds, trade my own way with no daily limit, no consistency limit. I can take a payout whenever I want. I can literally request this $200 right now if I wanted. Okay, there's no restrictions, and there's no one hanging over my head telling me how to trade. That's what it comes down to. And again, these firms, they employ these rules so you trade like a degenerate. Okay, especially these 1 day to pass, even with the same day payouts. The same day payouts, psychologically, that's exactly what they want you to do. The second you get a funded account, and you see it all over their website and all that, you get a payout from day one of having your funded account. Yeah, but do you know you need to have a $2,000 buffer before you can actually request any money? So how much do you have to make, theoretically, your first day of a funded account with Take Profit Trader before you can actually request a payout? Well, let's see. You get the account, you have to make $2,000, which at that point you cannot request a payout because you have to have a minimum of $2,000 in there. So already it's a disadvantage because you already have to make $2,000, and then you have to make more on top of that, and anything on top of that 200 that you can request. And even when you do request it, it's like an 80-10 profit split, which whatever is fine. Like, I'm really not trying to bash on them because I've taken payouts from them personally, but the way they've been treating me lately is just really frustrating, and I feel like no trader should have to go through that. Why is my reset not happening? Why did my eval that I was about to pass magically expire? Why did you guys not give me the 25k eval that I used with the points that you gave me? You know, these are all things that are like, I can't bypass. You know, it's just shady, like, scummy behavior. You know, and I used to like Take Profit Trader. I used to say, yeah, these are one of the good guys. Like, these guys are, you know, they are looking out for the trader. No, it's BS, dude. That is complete BS. No prop firm is looking after you. None of them. All of them want one thing, and that's your money. That's all they want. They are begging that you buy as many accounts as possible and that you blow those accounts like the second you get them. That is what they're banking on, because that equals more revenue for them and less revenue for you. That's how it is. That's how the game is played. And the second I realized that, I shifted my mindset completely. All right, I'm sorry. I don't want this to be just a video bashing prop firms, but that's how I feel. Okay. I'm just gonna redo this. Yeah, so I would highly recommend, well, first I would recommend you guys trade with a paper account. You know, actually learn how to trade, learn how to be disciplined, and really just honing your skills. And then once you're, I can't even connect with this. This is crazy. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna restart my computer. So I'm gonna do another stream. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So.